Lumi shines with a spark so bright, chasing dreams through the endless night. With a heart full of wonder and a mind so free, she's here to share her world. Come and see. It's Lumi's time. The story's hers to tell. Through the highs and lows, she does it so well. Come along, take the ride, feel the glow. Lumi's channel's here, let the magic flow. From the stars to the sea, there's so much to find. A journey awaits with every step of the mind. Creativity flowing, she's ready to explore. Every moment's a chance to open a door. It's Lumi's time. The story's hers to tell. Through the highs and lows, she does it so well. Come along, take the ride, feel the glow. Lumi's channel's here, let the magic flow. The adventure's just begun, so stay close and near. Lumi's here to light up the way, crystal clear. Story's hers to tell. Through the highs and lows, she does it so well. Come along, take the ride, feel the glow. Lumi's channel's here, let the magic flow. Let the magic flow. The adventure's just begun, so stay close and near. Lumi's here to light up the way, crystal clear.
Hi guys, and welcome to the show. It's another day, another week, and another morning show on Sunday or afternoon. Well, it depends where you are in the United States and the world, because some places it's actually night. So I could just say good day, and then everybody think the day's over when it's not. So anyway, let's get started today. Michelle's still tweaking the parameters on the charge controller and the inverter to make the most use of that battery. Solar panel results are kind of all over the place. More than likely because the fact is that it's going through storm window glass, and it's probably cutting back on light transmission, probably knocking a few lux off the light source. Also, today is kind of mix of sunny and cloudy, and it's just meh, It's not bad right now, but it's certainly meh enough that we're not getting a lot of bright sun out there, and so it's going to mess up the numbers further. And it's, also, Michelle's poor knees are saying, "Will you please stop going to the floor? We can't take it anymore." Well, unfortunately, that's where the box is. It's on the floor. We could mount it on the wall, but I don't know what Jimmy would think about seeing a big, heavy 22-pound box hanging on his wall. At least you could say, "Well, gee, Mr. Landlord, my knees couldn't take it anymore." Yeah, but the wire I bought was only 4 foot long. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so the battery cable is only 4 foot long, but we'll get to figure it out. So It's too early to say if it was a fool's errand, but we'll see how it goes. Say what? Using again? Using what? What is Michelle supposed to be using? How you doing today, Hammer? David S. Hello, Hammer. And David S. So, let's see. Brain Dead says hi. So, she relapsed into what? Well, Brain Dead, let's be honest. It's something Michelle Evans enjoys both fields. You know what? There's nothing wrong with that. And on my channel, you can be anything you want as long as you're not disrupting the community. I mean, you could be a cocaine nut. I couldn't care. And of course, that's detrimental to you, not so much to the community directly. How you doing, Chris Bliss? Good morning to you. Good morning, Chris. Well, I think it's, I'm going to be honest, I don't know if we're going to get a lot out of that panel because the new store windows might be cutting back on the light transmission naturally because of the layers of glass. So they're not going to get as much. Of course, don't forget, we can't really pitch the panels exactly for optimum solar irradiation. That's going to mess up the numbers too. How much did you generate for power yesterday? 2 watt hours. 2 watt hours. Holy crap. 2 watt hours. No, I'm not. Anyways, the point is, but then again, you had to set for in parallel using more suitable for PWM mode. This is an MPPT controller, so you had to plug them in series to get it up to 40 or 38 volts, so that you could. Yes, and now we need to see how those numbers compare. Yeah. Sucks to be you, honey. Sucks to be you. But we will see what we can do with that. Imagine if Jimmy said, tell you what, you put it on the roof. Tell you what, that's a great idea. I'll just have to order some more cables to get up there. Please say no. That's the last thing you need. Put more, But then again, if you did get up there on the roof, that wouldn't be so bad because that would be pretty good. No, not really, because it's not really that much power at this point. I'm sure the local utility company wants some of the action too. They only pay 2 cents per kilowatt hour. Only 2 cents. So you're gonna generate all that power. They're gonna pay you 2 cents. And if you ever need to use it or buy back what you just generated, guess what? They're going to charge you 32 cents per kilowatt hour. Rip off. Yeah. No, I'm not likely to want to jump off the roof. First of all, I'm actually scared of heights. So going up there, it actually gets a little bit nervy for me. Right now, you got no problem. People are suggesting Big Trouble in Little China. We got Little Trouble in Big China. Guess she's been buying Iranian oil. And guess she's also been selling them military grade equipment. Yep. Big China. There's going to be a rumble in the Bronx. Rumble in the Bronx. Well, more like a rumble in the Middle East, which they already got. But seems that China's giving oil stuff in exchange for oil. I don't have power levitation. I'm a more like a frost mage than anything. Well, we'll have to see how that works. Panels, that is. And I also might eventually want to buy the remote panel that can sit on my desk so I can actually look at the screen and control it from my desktop. After all, it'll be a lot easier to plug in a thing that uses an RS-485 connector to actually monitor the charge status. Michelle is mostly a priest, actually, in the game, although she does have mages. I have a few mages, but yeah, I mostly play priest. A disciplined priest. So right now, the situation over there in the Middle East is that Iran is trying to aggravate everybody again. So I don't think the ceasefire was very long at lasting. How you doing, Krista? Good morning to you. Yeah, let me show you that setup there right now, in case you didn't see that. Don't look that much different, does it? Still got Michelle's mugshot from Noodles over there, too. The Giving Tree, solar panels, box. This cord goes all the way to the floor. It's knotted up, Loom. I got it. Right down there. Kind of hard to see. I have to shed some more light on this subject. You can't see it down there. Remember, one thing that human eyeballs do differently than solar panels is we have the ability to adjust for our light levels. Solar panels can't change the light levels. No, they can't. This is really true. The blinds need to be replaced. They're broken. They're broken. Those blinds are from when I moved in from the last tenant that lived here. They didn't take them down. They look like hell. Not really. Hello, M60. How you doing? Michelle made sure you install plenty of proper fusing overcurrent devices are in the circuit. Wires oversized. The application. Miss Hussey. Is she here? I don't even see Miss Hussey. Let's see here, my nails, bank AM60. Moose, how you doing? Well, the thing is that I can install the other two panels up and above the other ones, and then it would look like a mausoleum. Yeah, we really need a mausoleum, right? Yeah, like remember the song there, I played Along a Line Road, when I basically helped you throw the windows open, the big heavy shutters that were closed on the inside, and then the White House made out of limestone that was pitch black. Do you really want to make IRL version of the house? No. That's why I decided not to put the panels in the top, because I think that would have been a little bit too much. Yeah. More like he has some stuff black, so he can't actually comment. Not really. It doesn't look that abandoned. There, let's go take a look at this together. Get around the screen. The kid. I got it. Oh, it's just like a normal house. It's the normal house. Speaking of people, I haven't seen Noodles here yet. Oh. Oh, okay, yeah. It's called the Gothic Patio. I think it's, in some ways, it's kind of fitting. Even though it's kind of hard to explain why. Yeah. No, it's not that bad because we made sure to try to make the use of the most amount of light to find a balance. But it is affecting power transmission though, because we're not getting as much energy out of it as we could. No, but I can make it back on the dungeon if that's what you want, because I do have a dungeon picture. Well, Noodles just got home, probably on the toilet or sleeping. That's okay. Let's get this panel open here. VAC. VAC. Yes. Okay. VAC, if you wanna talk with me. VAC. Okay. So, 10 years. I know you see that. All right. So we slept a little later because I wanted to get some extra rest in, and no, nothing like that. I don't have anything like that. Oh, the image. Okay. Well, it's actually pretty generic background, by the way. It's Now, by the way, that window I don't think is actually broken. No, it's not. The glass in the window in the back and the chroma key is not actually broken in the window. Apparently, it's a reflection of some other scenery. It's an overcast environment, probably something like you might see in Duskwood. Oh God, I hate Duskwood. No, I know it's dark, dingy, and scary. Yeah, it's just really weird when you think about it. So I'm going to be if I put the second to the panels up, how much energy would we generate? Well, I have a few backgrounds I chose. The one that we're using is one of the older ones we used since 2016, I think. Yeah. Now we could take some snapshots of the new silver moon and put that somewhere. Yeah, I could do that. And just, I'm not sure if that's really going to be a thing, though. I don't think people really like to do silver moon in one way. And the reason is just too many steps. Too many steps. That's probably the biggest thing with the new silver moon that I find to be a little bit hard to handle is too many steps. The other thing I have problems with the new silver moon is that there's no memorials to the old silver moon. There's none of the original stuff that made the old silver moon pretty is gone. The fences are gone. The fences around the city are gone. The old mercury vapor lamps are gone. Some of the old architectures, almost all the old architecture has been updated, but still lost a lot of the original character. Well, theoretically, we could. If, I know exactly where I would stick the solar panels if Jimmy would at least be halfway willing to go there. On top of the small overhang downstairs. Yeah. Yeah. That'd be perfect. Lots of sun down there. Lots of sun. You could put lots of panels too. You can put about 3 banks of 4, 1200 watts. Yeah. That would be nice. I'll be back since brain dead. Well, let's see what happens. Like I said, I gotta look at the numbers and see how it does. Besides, we don't even know. As I said, I think it's the windows that's kind of blocking a lot of useful light. What, you think certain light frequencies are being blocked? Yeah, I think so. But I don't know which ones. I know infrared is certainly not passing through. Ultraviolet certainly is not. These panels don't need ultraviolet light, though. No. Okay, I'll go talk to you later. MC, are you still up for Thursday? Thursday, me and you, Thursday night, 7:00. Thursday night, 7:00. I'll be the tech show with M60. and try to find some new topics to bring up. Yeah. So anyway, the point is the solar panels are up. They are solaring. But I got one thing I'm gonna say one thing about solar, which some of the anti-solar ones are gonna probably agree with. Oops, someone's at the door, so to speak. 1 minute, let me answer the door here. Okay. Hi Hammer, how you doing?
How are you, Lumi?
I'm doing fine.
What do you think about writing a proposal to Jimmy on, allow him to allow you to put some solar panels around the outside? I mean, you've done enough work
I
for him.
definitely think that if he was a little bit less nervous about them, I would say I'd say let us put a freestanding set of them on the roof.
Yeah, I think it'd be only fair for the amount of different work you've done around where you live, plus in the other places up in where is this? In Great Barrington or wherever it is that he has other places.
Yeah, he does have other places, but
I mean, you've done a lot of work for him. I think in turn you should.
Well, I can tell you one place would be terrible for solar panels is this building in Stockbridge.
Yeah, what he's got solar on in the Stockbridge.
No, he has solar on none of his properties. But I'm saying is, I've been to Stockbridge during the times of day, and panel set up in Stockbridge would be a disaster because he's surrounded by trees. Great Barrington has promised. Hell, if you got that one apartment in Great Barrington, you would have had clear access to the roof. You could have just. I know. Well, I didn't plan to move there, so. Nah, you couldn't afford it. Nah, I couldn't.
Is it? I imagine Great Barrington's pricey. It's nice over there.
Yeah, it is nice. It's very, very open to the LGBTQ community. We even have rainbow sidewalks over there in Great Barrington. The price tags is crazy. The cell phone service is spotty, and there's cell phone service is don't even think about it. And I don't even know if they even have landline phone service either.
Well, I'm sure you could get something that would work.
Yeah. But $1,200 a month rent?
Yikes.
Yeah, that's the killer.
Maybe.
And that's just the minimum of rents over there in Great Barrington. And they, most of New England's the same way. New Jersey's even higher for a 1-bedroom.
The taxes here are outrageous.
Well, I guess your government can love the term Taxachusetts and kept it. Yeah, well, Connecticut's always conniving, so. Yeah, taxes are high in Massachusetts. Yes, they are.
I'm sure they're just as high as in Connecticut, too.
Just about. Both are sanctuary states, unfortunately enough, and so we end up paying for it. M60 said, I'll be down, just tell me. Yeah, I'm done, just tell Michelle to DM me. Okay. Great, well, go ahead, we'll set that up for next Thursday.
This coming Thursday?
Yeah, it will be another tech stream with M60, yeah.
All right, 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
All right, I'll mark it down on my calendar.
Okay. So what did you think of the last one we did, though?
I I was in and out. I enjoyed what I saw, though.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. We covered quite a few
Seemed
different
like it.
things.
Yeah.
We kept it pretty simple because we know a lot of people didn't have a lot of understanding of the technical, the fully deep technical stuff. So I think it worked out good. Oh, someone wants to come up. Tina was here too. She had a good time. Admit one. Noodles. Go ahead, Noodles. How you doing? Hello, Noodles.
He's probably getting ready.
Okay, oh yeah, here he is.
Jesus Christ, Michelle. I mean, Lumi.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
Lumi, did you hear Trump's naval blockade of the Strait of
yeah, I heard about it.
What are they doing to round up all the free-floating mines they got that they didn't mark where they were?
They're
Well,
trying to get that out of the way too.
no, Trump saying that they couldn't have done that. They're fucking lying, and they said that they're responsible for getting rid of them. Until they get rid of them, they're not opening up the strait.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but they'll gladly sell oil to China,
Yeah,
and they're getting weapon systems from China as well.
yeah. Donald Trump's an idiot, right? He's a fucking complete moron. This guy's fucking awesome, man. This guy is fucking awesome. Now the world can't get their oil; they have to get it from us.
Yeah.
Fucking, I like seriously, like this is fucking brilliant. I don't understand why everyone's like, oh man.
I hope it doesn't take much longer to turn everything around.
Well, that's why the naval blockade is also because they want to make sure China doesn't get free oil from Iran, and exchange military weapons for free oil.
Yeah, I don't understand what you guys don't understand about this. So we've just replaced the Ayatollah with the homosexual. All right, we closed off the strait, and we put all the blame on Iran, and now no one can get oil. We've just basically told NATO to go fuck off, and we're the only ones with the oil.
This is what winning looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we haven't told the World Economic Forum to fuck off yet.
No, I mean that's next, Michelle. All these people, Michelle, again, like fuck these people. Fuck
Well,
them right
let's
in
just
their
hope to
asses.
God the United States doesn't end up becoming like Cuba. That's what I'm afraid of.
No, Michelle. I'm telling you
So
right
there's
now.
one difference between America and Cuba. Cuba has very few natural resources except for sugarcane. America's got everything it needs. It's got oil, it's got gold, silver, coal, wood, and linear room for growing food too.
Michelle, someone explained it to me like this. The reason why they use certain products to make certain things is because they're in business. They want to do business with certain people. So, for instance, you know that they can make tires out of acorns, right?
Yeah.
Like this is how stupid this shit is. They can make tires, guys, out of acorns.
Acorns?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. So
All right.
the reason why they don't is because they want to make them out of petroleum, because that's a big, again, no one's going to invest in fucking acorns. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Right.
so it creates an economy.
Right.
It
It's not a
creates
commodity.
whatever. Michelle,
Yeah.
again, these fucking people do not understand this. All right, I'm going to tell you again, and everyone keeps denying this. China has a supply chain, all right, that was created because of us.
Yeah.
And they
absolutely.
can produce shit for us to consume at a premium price. They will never ever sell those products to Bangladesh for that price. They will never ever 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 do it. It is impossible. If the American economy collapses or decides to drop out of anything like that, that will destroy civilizations all over the world, economies all over the world. And what we're doing
would
right
destroy
now,
also is because the fact is, like you said, a lot of the export Chinese products cost more to produce than the ones that they make for themselves.
well, Michelle, I mean, Lumi, The only reason why they cost what they cost is because America is buying them.
Right.
Not
Exactly.
Bangladesh, not India, not fucking France, not Germany. It doesn't work that way.
Well, France and Germany probably would be more like in line with the U.S. But yes, you're right. Or Malaysia or Thailand or Laos. Those countries can't afford to pay the American set expected prices. You know, because their economies are too low income to pay for it.
And
Right.
people will say, well, you know what? It's not the Chinese that are making the prices. It's people like Jeff Bezos.
Right.
Okay.
He's the wheeler and the dealer. He's the negotiator. He's the one that sets the terms. Yeah.
If Jeff Bezos doesn't sell those fucking products, those people still do not make money.
Right.
And the supply chain is worthless.
Right.
Like,
And that
I don't
means a lot
understand
of Chinese people are out of jobs because there's no market for the parts that are being manufactured to make the products. Like the LCD screens, the batteries, the PC boards, the components.
These
that go
countries have
into
never
these
been able
products.
to survive without our help.
You're right. Because the American people are the ones that are keeping them afloat with international welfare.
Right. They can't get their act together.
Besides that, some countries don't have access to certain materials that they have to buy from other countries, but they need money for it. And guess where they get it from?
Right.
From the countries that buy their products. So they can use some of the money that they get to help negotiate deals to get the products from other countries that they need.
Right, but the products, well, my point is the products are being made with certain materials because that's what they choose to make them with. They can make them out of other materials. They can absolutely do that.
Well, I mean, certain things like certain materials like PC boards, for example, may not be easy to make out of anything else than what they're made out of now, which is like...
That's absolutely not true.
Sure, you can make them out of slate. Oh my God, you want to carry a slate?
You can make them out of micarta. You can make them out of linen.
No, well, you don't want to make them out of something that's flame that burns, but...
No, Michelle, you can make... Michelle, trust me. There's materials that you can use other than the materials that are being used.
Right.
The reason why the materials are being used...
You can even make them out of glass if you really wanted to. If you're really worried about electrical insulation and safety, you can make them out of glass.
They can make them out of any... Michelle, they can make it out of any materials. My point is that America dictates to people what they make, how they make it, what is being made. And again, now we control their oil.
Yeah.
We control their oil. And this is the thing. Everybody's telling you that Trump is a piece of shit. We're coming up on 250 years, Michelle, in this country. Donald Trump said, grab him by the pussy, and that's what people are
I don't see
mad
Trump
about.
as a piece of shit at all, but I do see one thing that, as I mentioned over and over again about the trade tariffs, is kind of like putting the cart before the horse. Aren't you supposed to put the horse before the cart? Aren't you supposed to have local production first before you put tariffs on a foreign country?
You don't need local production. This is what I don't understand. What people don't understand. Do you know how easy it would be to create a supply chain in India? You know how easy?
Yeah, they sure do. Just send your call centers over there. That's how
you could set up a supply chain in India in less than a year. Have these people manufacturing shit, fucking building these people. Michelle, there's countries out there that have a lot of people doing nothing. But if American people
don't have jobs, Noodles, they can't buy products. Okay? American people need jobs to pay for the products. If you have no job, you're not going to worry about buying a nice cell phone from China or from India or from Bangladesh or Thailand. You're not going to spend money on products you don't need if you don't have a job to pay for it.
Explain Bergs, explain Molasses Murphy, explain Anderson Henderson, explain Melton John, explain zombies, explain all these fucking freaks, Michelle, that don't have any goddamn jobs but always have like fucking new cell phones. They have fucking this, they have that. Give me a break.
I can't explain that because I don't know anything
Michelle,
deep.
you don't have a fucking job. You just got some solar powered fucking whatever. What are you talking about?
So
Lithium-ion
you're
battery.
okay. Yeah, I can explain myself, but that didn't happen overnight. Trust me, Noodles. We had to work on saving money and then buying them on credit.
All right, guys, we live in a country where you don't have to have a job, but you can afford a solar powered generator.
You don't have to produce anything to earn a wage.
Yeah.
However, there is a very valid point, though, Noodles, that you're missing, which is this. The majority of people right now are living off credit. That's the part that Michelle did not forget to tell you. She bought them on her Amazon credit card. You do realize
Michelle,
she has to pay that back, right?
Okay, Lumi, how is Michelle planning on paying this back?
Like she always does. $100 at a time on each one.
How? With what money?
The money we get from donations and from the advertising revenue from the channel.
Michelle, you better hope that you don't ever lose that advertisement or the revenue or the monetization.
No, because even if I didn't have that, we would still probably end up homeless anyway. Because that's something else that people don't realize. It's also going toward a portion of the rent as well. You don't think Jimmy's going to stay $1,000 forever, do you? His taxes are going up. Which means our payments for rent is going to go up eventually. I think he is. I think Noodles is getting jealous. Noodles, you could do the same thing. You could let someone put solar panels on your lawn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll never have to cut the grass again. That'd be great.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, underneath the panels, it'd be perfectly brown after a while. Your doggies can use it as the doggy duty section.
Can shit all over them.
In fact, he could even put them in. Yeah, he definitely could put some panels in the backyard and then make a nice little patio underneath where he can go ahead and enjoy his barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be kind of covered, protected from rain.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And since you'll be outside and you got a clear line of sight of the sun, say like in the by 12 noon, which is when the sun's the hottest. This is why Michelle's kind of envious of the place in front of the building that has got huge, perfect overhang for all those panels. She could have stuck them all up there, and she could have had a perfectly beautiful sunlight. The only problem is that is a long, badass piece of wiring going all the way to her apartment along the side of the building. Oh, yeah. And you know, Jimmy's going to scream like a 2-year-old when he sees the water coming across the building. My building is white. Why is water white and black and red? Well, because it's certain polarities. They're ugly. Take them down. So, I mean, oh yeah, by the way, they have been working on another technology, a chemical battery that is powered by urine, by the way. There is a technology that has been worked on about 10 years ago, that a battery that's powered by piss. It's the electrolyte in the battery. Yes. Yeah, so the panels could be in a better place. Right now, I yesterday was done for the first time. We only generate 2 fucking watt hours.
I think you just need more panels. Like, maybe they're not getting the most sun, but just cover everything in panels.
Yeah, they usually do. I see them on there. It's like they spend this money and they cover almost the whole roof with solar panels. especially in New England, that is a real issue. You're not going to get maximum 70% of the panels rating in New England. They see Georgia as the best place to have solar on the East Coast. The only problem is I don't live in Georgia. Yeah, but I wonder how Kentucky is. I don't know. I did see one house for rent or apartment complex of rent in Kentucky that definitely was more than suitable for solar panels because it had a huge open field right behind it. You could probably put about 4 kilowatts of solar back there. Oh, God, yeah. That'd be cool. But let's be honest. 4,000 watts of solar. You could buy a small cohort natural gas generator that generates 5 kilowatts that actually just looks like a big giant cube that only takes a small part of the yard. That's very true. Probably.
Sorry, I'm reading something. Wait, let me go on mute. Sorry. Justin is fucked up.
How so?
You have no idea, Michelle.
Oh, I'm asking you to explain.
We're gonna have an intervention with this guy for real, man.
Is it the people around Justin, or?
Well, what's going on?
I can't really say, but I know what Justin's doing, and he's fucking insane now. He needs to get back to work. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go read this. Hold on.
The insanity on here is pretty prevalent these days.
Or you know what you could also do is if you want to put a methane digester in your car, you could just take buckets of shit and piss, put it into the methane digester, and you could drive your car around a bit. People shit. And you
I don't think I've seen
compost
that
too.
before.
I haven't seen it installed in a car, but I've seen the technology we're talking about being promoted for farms like dairy farms, where they will do the same thing, collect all the cow manure, put it into a large methane digesting pit, which then makes all the methane's bubbling out, and then it's collected, and then it's cleansed out of sulfur contaminants, and then it's used to make fuel to heat the farm.
I don't know if are guys still using used cooking oil?
Yeah, that's another option.
Are they still doing that? I don't know. I haven't heard of that any recently.
I don't know anybody that's doing it personally, but I've seen it being done. And because it is cooking oil, and it's not red dye, you could modify your tractor trailer truck to run on it. And they can't fine you for using non-taxable road fuel.
Right, or I wonder if that would bypass the use of, the DEF that they gotta.
I don't know how they can get around the use of the diesel exhaust fluid. I have no idea if they can, but maybe they can because it's not diesel.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But it still has sulfur in it because that's the way poop is. If you were going to do it with any engine that was run on something like that, we're talking about frying oil. Let's see what it's got. You got to make sure you got to keep the french fries and other things out of your fuel injectors. Right, you have to filter it. So I don't know if you need DEF in it or not. But it probably would still need it if you don't modify the engine's exhaust system. There is a power plant. There's a couple solar plants. They get close to maybe about 250 megawatts. And that's a big, big, badass field of panels. And there's a commercial power plant that only generates 250 megawatts. That's it. That's the problem with economy of scale. I mean, it looks great on paper until you look at the actual numbers that come out. As I'm seeing the hard numbers coming up on my screen. For me, I'm going to be lucky if I can generate, because of our current setup, maybe about 100 to 200, maybe 300 watt hours a day. That's not a lot of power. No. But then it's because you got a limitation. You got to go through a window glass. Your panels are not exactly perfectly aiming right at the sun.
Yeah, does it need to be at a certain angle?
For maximum potential, yes. Yeah. So which means, what are you going to do? You're making the best of a bad situation you can't directly change. Now, Jimmy said, yeah, well, I'll let you use the roof as long as you don't have to drill, screw, or bolt into my roof. I would say, yeah, that's fine. We could do that. Then we could build a freestanding array up on the roof. Rig. Then we could aim optimum for the optimum amount of energy.
Yep.
And just like the ones in the windows, when you move, just disassemble it, put it into your moving truck, and head on out.
You could make like a PVC stand for them to sit on.
Exactly.
So it wouldn't damage the roof.
PVC stand, just use regular, bolts. Bolt them together. Or you could use, part of it you could use glue, but right, you'll probably want to be able to disassemble it.
What's the roof up there? Is it a rubber roof?
It's not. It's asphalt, but I do think there was some originally rubber covering it. I think that was a plan. But unlike the one over there in Great Barrington, it definitely doesn't have a rubber texture. The one in the Great Barrington's spongy. Yeah, when it's hot, it feels like soft as rubbery kind of tiles. This is much harder material.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you been up there before?
I have been up on both roofs, yeah. Before he replaced the porch with the new porch, we used to be able to go up there all the time. Because there used to be a ladder that was directly accessible by every tenant. And so we used to check it out. I think the one mistake he made is when he took the ladder out, because I think he should have left the ladder there so you could just go up there, and it'd be easier for him too. Because now he has to keep linking an extension ladder up there just to prop it against the catch in the stairs so he can just crawl up to the roof. Before he would just go up there without even needing a ladder. So that's what I would have done, is kept the ladder. I don't know why he was so afraid of the roof. I think he was afraid someone was going to use it as a launch point, if you know what I mean. My wife sucks! Bye, world! Yay! Splat! That's what a launch point, all right. That's exactly what it would be like to be up there. That's why I get so nervous going up there, because it's just like that. You only got guardrails on 3 sides. The 4th, which is right where the porch is, there's no guardrail. That's probably why he's afraid. People don't want to get hurt. That's understandable. It sounds like he's doing pretty good solar-wise. I think we just need to program the controller more precisely for the settings. Yeah. I can't do nothing about the solar panels, honestly. But I can certainly make sure that we got plenty of batteries on hand. Yeah. Maybe later on we can get more batteries. Right now, one is fine. It's a brand new battery, should be fine. Just keep it charged up and be okay.
Would you be producing enough power for a second battery?
Yeah, right now through the AC built-in charger, I would be able to. That's true. If you plug in a second battery, it'll give you more run time for the computer, but you're still going to be charging off the 15 amp AC charger that's built in. So the panels and the built-in charger work together, so that there's a mains AC charger that provides the 14.8 volts at 15 amps, and then there's also the solar charge controller that can put out a maximum of 30 amps. And if everything is working top notch, your solar.
Yeah, this guy's insane, Michelle. This guy is fucking insane.
Right. Who?
Look at all these solar panels, Michelle.
Yep. There you go. That's the kind of setup. That's a commercial setup there. See all those panels?
So how many trees do you have to cut down so that those solar panels produce free energy?
That's a good question. Sometimes they actually just used farmland that was just left plains and fields that are just empty.
There was a bunch of red pine here that they deemed that were infected or whatever, and they cut them all down.
Yeah. I bet all the pine became firewood.
Yeah. There's a spot in my town, well, the town I used to live in, Rivervale. They got the property from the watershed or from the water company. They they reevaluated the property lines.
Yep.
So the company's like, all right, here you go, and they forced the company to plant trees out there. All the trees died mysteriously.
Yeah,
All of them.
This happens to be for the a water treatment facility. It powers the
Yeah. Yeah, that's a larger commercial field system. That probably generates maybe about 50 megawatts. But that's just the point of what Michelle's saying, is that you could buy a diesel generator that's a hell of a lot smaller for 50 megawatts.
Bubbles, call me, Bubbles.
I didn't mean to interrupt you about Justin.
Yeah, stop being a gay, Bubbles, and call me.
You're not banned on my channel. You're not banned on Michelle's channel. So, be quiet.
Yeah, be quiet.
Yeah, so that's
so Justin's really fucked up. Justin, if you're watching this, I'm gonna tell you something right now, all right? Right now. If I gotta come fucking down there, Justin, and have a sit down with you to explain to you that you can't be eating the way you're eating, Justin, and fucking carrying around all that shit on your fucking bike, Justin, and explain to you why it's a goddamn danger, Justin.
Noodles, why don't you just tell us what the fuck's going on? Because
he said the guy's out of control. He's out of control now.
How?
It's put it this way, Michelle. You know, the guy goes out, right? He still hasn't had a job. I don't know how long it's been since he's had a job. All right. He's going to the dollar store now and eating tons and tons of fucking sweets. Gaining fucking 100 fucking pounds. He won't see a doctor. He's getting like real, like just.
Sounds like he's trying to do suicide on the installment plan.
He's
Is he
quite
drinking?
well
Is he drinking too? Is he smoking?
No, he doesn't do any of that. But here's the thing, Justin, you understand, okay? The reason why we were trying to get you hooked up with that friggin' that organization was so that you would have a mentor to hang out with, and they would tell you when you were fucking up. Right? You didn't have to listen to them, Justin, but you have to be aware of this stuff. And I told you this. And now you're out doing this crap with Mimi and Sabrina, all right? Which again, you do whatever the fuck you want, okay? But Justin, you fucking up like that, Justin, is going to be a big problem in your life. Not with them.
That. Welcome to the show. Yeah, okay. So I know that I kind of forgot the person's name now. Oh, come on. I know the one. She lives in Maryland. I know the woman. What happened to her? I don't know.
Sherry Jackson?
Sherry Jackson, thank you. Yeah. What happened to Sherry Jackson?
Nothing. You know, again, there are people out there, Justin, that want to help you, and they try to help you, and you're gonna fuck it up, Justin. Just like you fucked up your relationship with me and everyone else, Justin.
Yeah. Well, whatever happened to Dawn Bell? I don't know where Dawn is. I did email her, but she didn't get back to me. You haven't reached out to Sherry Jackson lately either, though. No. I reached out to Jeff's Pinecone. She didn't get back to me either. Do you have valid email addresses for these people, or are these old abandoned sites that you're emailing? I don't know.
So now I got to go down there, Justin. I got to go down there to go fucking have a talk with you and a bunch of other people, Justin. That's not happening, Justin. I don't want to do that. You're a grown man, Justin.
Does he actually watch my show? I don't know if he even watches my show.
Michelle, he's busy eating fucking candy and jerking off. He doesn't have time to watch your show.
Well, maybe you need to ask him what the hell's going on in his life besides him being bored.
I don't know, Michelle. You know, this is what the scary thing is, and I'm scared. I'm scared for you too. All right, Michelle. You know, you not being involved in like an organization that could possibly help you out. If you lose this apartment, you become homeless. No one's gonna know about it, Michelle.
Oh, people will certainly know about it. You know, they certainly would be broadcasting it on YouTube for sure. Oh, yes.
Nah, Michelle. If you went homeless, right? Let's say your phone broke. What would you do, Michelle? You'd fall through the cracks. You'd be no one would know where the fuck you were. You know, you become like whatever, a recluse. You know, whatever. You're like that homeless Mike guy.
Noodles, first of all, I don't necessarily think I'm as exactly incommunicado as some of people are. You know, I do have multiple ways to reach out to people. Krista certainly is one I talk to a lot in text mode. Gaming Fairy we certainly know.
So, Michelle, if you lost your apartment and your cell phone, what would happen?
Well, first of all, you're not likely going to lose your apartment at the same time you lose your cell phone, because technically that Michelle would have to appeal it in the housing court, especially
my point is that's how close you are to disappearing, Michelle. And the same thing can happen to Justin.
I know that it's possible.
You know, okay. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to get Justin back into the workforce, trying to get him fucking a job, trying to get him back into this thing, because if his aunt ever passes away or one of his family members, Justin's going to be on his own. He's not going to have access to any of this shit. He's not going to do it himself. He's not going to. There's going to be no one there for him.
Yeah, well,
The only person he's got down there is Sherry. All right, I'm not going down there anymore. Justin lies about a lot of shit.
I'm
right?
sure he does.
He lies about a lot of crap, and I'm not dealing with that, especially if I can get in trouble for the shit that he's lying about.
Is that happening? Is that what you're afraid is going to happen? Is that because of what he's been saying?
Well,
Is that it's going to reflect upon
This
you?
is what the issue was before. The issue was before him going to this fucking tournament thing, telling us it was okay. Meanwhile, we find out that his aunt is his executor. His aunt didn't want him to go. His aunt had no idea. And I was like, oh, we were about to take him out there. And she's like, who the fuck are you guys?
Oh, that's
Michelle. That puts me in a bad spot.
I understand that. I get that. And you're talking to Lumi right now. But the thing is that at the same time, and Michelle knows people like that. That the fact is that their needs are taken care of 100% perfectly. They have nothing to worry about. They have executors, they have conservators, whatever. And they just sit there and they're just wasting away because their whole life is provided for. They have nothing to worry about. And that means that the whole life is just empty. And boredom can be the devil's plaything, and you know it, and so do I, and so does Michelle. The one thing we can do is try to stay active. That's why Michelle started these projects. Because she also wants to also explore, does this technology really have value? Is it feasible in certain circumstances?
Michelle, you fucking up in life is going to be easier to deal with than Justin. Right? Because what's going to happen is if you fuck up and something happens, Michelle, I'll come down there, I'll pick you up, you live with me. No big deal. All right? Justin, on the other hand, is the biggest pain in the fucking ass. He's the biggest fucking liar. All right? He will end up, Michelle, the guy's running around with a backpack full of fucking guns and fucking knives and fucking whatever. The cops pull him over for something or question him about something, Michelle, they're gonna lock his ass up.
Oh yeah, I agree, and the fact is that there's a difference. Michelle is not afraid to seek help if she can get it. I think Justin's the kind of person that'd rather try to do it on his own, which can be a suicidal thing, actually, unfortunately. You know, it's just like the song by the Beatles, right? If he's not seeking, he's not going out to help, I need help, and he's not getting any, whose fault's that? It's not.
I spent one goddamn week calling his fucking place of employment, Michelle, talking to a bunch of people to find out that he just wasn't showing up to work. He told me over and over again that they were cutting his hours. He lied to me. And when we fucking called him out on it, he screamed at his boss.
Well,
he's a liar. And Justin,
either way, it sounds to me like he's not really, doesn't have it together, if you know what I'm saying.
He thinks he's way more capable than he actually is.
Listen.
Yeah, I think that's Hammer. What it could be, and that's not uncommon on people on the spectrum, Noodles. I'll be honest, Hammer, you're right. Some people on the spectrum sometimes have a very strong misidentity of what they're capable of.
Michelle, this is dangerous. And here's the thing, Michelle. He puts me in a bad spot. Right?
Exactly. That's why
he still doesn't understand this.
That's why it's dangerous, because it puts you in a bad spot. It puts him in even a worse spot.
I spent a week every fucking lunch break calling up his job with him on the phone, trying to get in touch with this one woman who was the human resource officer there at his job. Right?
Yeah.
We finally get on the phone, and I say, hey, like whatever, I'm with Justin, blah blah. He's saying that his work hours were cut, and he says we're just wondering out. We're just trying to figure out if he is unemployed, because that's what I thought. I was like, Justin, maybe they fired you. He's like, no. He's like, they're not giving me the hours. This woman told me, she goes, no, Justin's still employed here. Justin just refuses to come to work. I'm like, Justin, what is she telling me? He goes, she's a liar. You're lying. I said, whoa, Justin, she's. I'm like, can you give me his work hours? And she goes, yes, we changed them from I think it was Friday to Saturday, right? Now they're Tuesday to Wednesday. He goes, well, no one told me. She goes, Justin, we told you multiple times. You call out saying that you hurt your arm or you hurt your back or you're sick or whatever every single day. And not only that, she's like, Justin, we gave you a work phone that is linked to a calendar that shows you when you're going to work.
Yeah, there you go.
You coming
that
in on
made it
Friday
any
and
easier.
Saturday, every Friday and Saturday, they're telling him to go home. He's not working.
That's, to me, is example why I'm saying is that there are some people that just don't do what they need to do.
He needs someone there to guide him, Michelle, and he refuses to do it. And now he's got these two women who are helping him with YouTube. I don't know what the hell they're telling him. I don't know why. Again, I don't know what's going on over there.
I don't know.
I have no idea. But what
I
I'm
know
trying to get
Sherry
at,
Jackson had told me many times is that she had tried to help Justin, but he's just being stubborn as a mule.
the guy goes to the movies, right?
Yeah.
The guy goes to the movies and he's screaming in the movies about how liberal something is. Like people are, Justin, you don't act like that in public, dude.
He
People are gonna
howls in
stop.
the bathroom when he takes a shit. Jeez. Could you see me with you and Dustin going to Denny's? And he says, okay, hold on, no, Noodles, I gotta go to the bathroom. We're sitting here. How?
Wolf energy.
Jesus Christ. It was pretty bad. I was listening to that when they were over there at his house for Halloween. I was like, ridiculous. Are you crazy?
Oh, and Hammer, can you tell Michelle? I mean, don't explain it to her, but do you think it's a good idea that when Michelle is live, that she brings her phone into the bathroom with her into
In
a
some
public
cases,
bathroom?
Michelle has
in a
no
public
choice.
bathroom, no.
Okay, Michelle,
At least
cannot do
Michelle's
that.
not showing you the bathroom.
Invading other people's privacy, Michelle.
Well, unfortunately, when the phone is in your bag, you can't see nothing. You got to put
Michelle,
it.
you got to turn off the camera. You got to turn off the audio too. You get in trouble for that, Michelle.
When you're the only one in the bathroom.
Well, you don't know who's going
Michelle,
to come in there.
Michelle, someone came in the last time you were there,
Yeah.
so you cannot do that, Michelle. You cannot record audio or video in a place where people are expecting of privacy, Michelle, and that's a bathroom, changing room, or office.
Right, I get that. Yeah. Well, like I said, I didn't plan to be in there very long. I didn't think about muting the sound or muting the screen because they would say, "What happened? Did the stream end?" No, she wanted to go take a shit or piss or whatever, wash her hands. So I just put the phone in my bag and make sure you can't see nothing while I'm still explaining to the audience what's going on. Maybe that's the part that spooked the people out because they wonder who the fuck's she talking to.
Michelle, we got to make a conscious effort to turn off the camera when you go into the bathroom next time, and also the audio. And then when you come out, you got to do it. You can turn it back on.
Well,
Okay?
I wouldn't worry about it for now. Anyway, let's see. What are you doing, Kat?
Yeah, you'll forget about it next time, right?
Well, let's see what happens. You're
just as bad as Justin. You just want to do whatever you want.
Exactly. There you go.
You gotta make that screen bigger, Michelle. Aren't you gonna do another portrait stream? Not right now, no. That's portrait streams. They kind of suck. They do suck. Yeah. Okay, let's maximize. Wait, cancel that. Let me fix this. No, wrong one. Cancel this screen. Yeah, just discard that. Now change this one here. Okay, I got it.
All right, I gotta go. I gotta go, Lumi. Take care. I gotta try to phone bone Seasons. Talk to you later.
Good luck.
Speaking
Enjoy.
of seasons, what is the story with you seasons? Are you still a couple, or did you kind of leave each other?
I'll tell you in private, Michelle. I'm trying to phone bone her as we speak.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
But
Yeah, so first of all, I apologize that you couldn't see the CV in full screen because unfortunately, no, they said the camera file was this camera. Oh, okay, yeah. That's fixed now. All right, so after the company situation, yeah, oh, don't worry about that. So yeah, let's see the cats here. It's gonna be it's gonna be cloudy today. Yes.
It is now. It's been sunny all day here.
What's that?
It's overcast now, but it was sunny all day here.
Yeah. No, it was kind of mostly sunny in the morning, but the wasn't facing the panels though.
Yep.
The sun starts coming in over here in this way about 1 o'clock, and the problem is now it's overcast on where the panels are, so it's not getting anything really. So, what are we gonna do tonight for Silver Moon? I have no idea. I really don't have any idea what we're gonna do for Silver Moon tonight. I ate a cat. Big cat.
Oh, Rusty. What a good boy.
Yeah. All right, he wants to go down now. Yeah, he's a big cat. He's starting to shed. He's getting kind of fur hanging back there. He can't get out. I gotta brush him later. So as far as Justin goes, let me just say one thing about what I know about people on the spectrum, which I have first-hand knowledge of it. Sometimes we kind of want to keep saying to the world that we're able to do everything on our own. And, well, for the most part, that might seem like not very realistic. We still don't want people to think that we need help on everything. But just remember what the Beatles saying, after a certain point, you need help. And when you acknowledge that you need help, I think you're likely to get help. Yeah. That's true. And as far as projects go and things that I do, the projects I do is so I can expand my knowledge base. But it doesn't mean that they're always going to be a stellar success.
Yep.
But I certainly do not overspend just because it was fun. I know there's people who do shopping therapy. You know what I'm saying, right? I feel like shit, so I'm going to go to the mall. It's not quite that way with me, but I certainly understand people who believe in shopping therapy. But I mean, that's kind of hard to explain to some people. Be interesting to see how how Justin would fare if he was in my. Justin is not exactly in the same level of autistic spectrum. He's lower than you. I don't know how much lower than you, but he's not as capable. That's the sad truth. Yeah, I know. It's just too bad that he can't realistically ever be like me. Because for him to be like me means that he would have to acknowledge and understand that he very much depends on the resources. Oh, press the wrong button, Michelle. I got it. Okay, sorry. He would be have a very hard time with that, because for him, especially since he sees himself as a man, because he is a man, right? But he sees man having certain responsibilities. To realize that he needs help to him is dehumanizing. You know what I'm saying when I accent the word syllables? Humanizing. To him, to say I need help means, in our reality, I'm a pussy. And he doesn't want to admit that he's a pussy. No, of course not. Of course not. He doesn't want to admit he's a pussy. But you're right. That's just the way he is. He doesn't want to accept and say, hell, you know what? I can't do it without anyone's help. Because that means to him, in his mentality, that means he's less of a man. You understand what I'm saying, Hammer? I know you temporarily dropped out for a second.
You talking about Justin? Yes, I do understand.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of his male ego gets in the way.
Yeah, ego gets in the way, big time. And that's the sad truth. Now, I'm more willing to ask for help, but there's another trait about Virgo. Now, he's not Virgo. He's Sagittarius, by the way. So that's the difference with Justin. Is I usually don't ask for help unless I'm really, really shit's creek and it falls a straight hat without a paddle. And so everyday stuff, usually it's like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. But then, really, well, deep down, like the equivalent of my kitchen's having a grease fire, and I don't even have a fire extinguisher. I'm going to still keep saying, I'm okay, but then I realize this, you stupid idiot. You're not okay. Why are you saying you're okay? You're not okay. Your kitchen's burning, and you're sitting there going, I'm okay. That's true. That's what they do tend to do, right?
I don't think he even realizes that he has issues.
Oh, that's the difference. I think he doesn't realize it, or he doesn't want to acknowledge it.
Yeah, either or. Whatever it may be.
I think it's more the first one. Because as we have Sagittarius people here, they can verify this. Sagittarius like being independent. They like travel. They like doing things a certain way. They're great people, wonderful people, they're fun people. But the sad truth is, they sometimes don't look at all the details and the issues going around them. Or more precisely, sometimes they don't put the same weight on them as other people do. Okay, that makes sense. They don't see it as the same levels of concern. What do you think? Am I right or not?
I agree.
You try to help them and they're still saying, "No, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm okay."
That's exactly what you would get from Justin.
Yeah, that's what you get. I mean, like I said, his entire world could crumble around. And he's like, I got skills. I can make it in the woods. After Grants pass, you ain't going to be making it in no woods. Because now being homeless is criminalized. You actually you think you're going to live in the woods for free? Good luck, buddy. Ask all the homeless people in Wednesday what happens to them. I know. I don't think I would make it very well out completely without my
I'm
survival
sorry to
stuff
say
out
this,
there
Justin,
24
but
hours.
I just don't think that. I mean, I know you have the knowledge, but I don't know if you have the wherewithal to do some of the things that you know about.
Does he know how, for example, how to clean meat? Does he know how to clean the deer? Does he know how to properly prepare the meat for long-term storage? I know I don't know how. I mean, I don't claim to know how. I think it's disgusting. But you know what? At least I'll be honest. I don't know how, and I think it would gross me out. Despite the fact that I know that without protein, you're a dead person.
Well, you gotta cut around the asshole and the genitals, and then you reach up into the cavity and pull everything out, cut the lungs out and the windpipe. Then you gotta rinse the whole carcass out.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hang it up.
In case of a fish, you usually cut from the bottom of the fish, work around the rib cage, which is on the top of the fish. Then same thing, remove the organs, the ones that you can't eat, like the livers and intestines and things like that, and the reproductive organs. Then remove the fillets from the bones, and hope you get all the bones out of the meat for fish, all the pin bones. I've seen my brother do it. That was gross, but that's what he had to do. He was an avid hobbyist for a fisherman. That's what he did.
Freshwater?
Freshwater fish from ponds, yeah. My dad used to be a fisherman, commercial and saltwater, in the ocean.
Nice. I did that for a short time myself. I worked on a lobster boat for about half of a year, and I did it quite a bit longer part-time.
Did you process the lobster on the boat besides slicing them up and then putting them into the holds?
Just banded them up and then brought them to the wholesaler for sale.
So you took them out of the lobster pots, made sure that they're the right size to be sold.
Yep.
And then placed the other ones back into the ocean that were too small or
if they had eggs, if they're a female.
Right.
You can't take the ones with the eggs.
And I know that you guys were also looking for lobsters of a certain size, which obviously would indicate that they are older lobsters that probably would be safe to remove them from the ocean without destroying the lobster population. Like you said, the females, you didn't want to mess with them because they're the ones who are going to make new lobsters for future fishermen.
Michelle, is there a way you can send Brian K. VAC?
Is he still on Discord?
He's in the side chat. Ask him.
I know. I can't send him here. I asked him if he's still on Discord. Right, David S. But Justin, to my knowledge, has none of those skills at all.
I'm not sure how he would even get a deer. Not with a slingshot.
Well, let's put it this way. If he got a deer, he's going to have a lot of meat to process in a very quick time before it goes bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a big deal. I mean, first of all, you got to kill the deer.
I can give you the link, Brian K. But let's try to keep it from getting too crazy over here because where is it? Is he in my friends list? He's on mine. Oh, CIA. CIA again, I think it is. All right, let's see if I can get it out here. Just use this one, Michelle. Oh, okay, yeah. Just give me a second. Okay. Um. I just copied the link, so is it highlighting? It's you forgot to double click. I got it. Part of me says I don't know if I want him on the show, but
Also, harvesting a deer in certain types of climate and times of the year is an issue too, as far as keeping them good, keeping the meat good.
okay. Find you first. Okay, I gotcha. All right. Okay, panel link. There you go. Yeah, so the thing with deer is the fact is that they're all so big. Only problem with deer meat is it could be trouble too, because certain meat animals may have diseases and you might get sick from something that gives you disease. That's very possible. Also, venison's very lean, so you need to get your additional fat from something else.
I think Justin has plenty of fat on him.
Now he does. And probably got an A1C problem too. Yes, Brian, what's up?
Oh, hi. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. How are you?
Good. So what's going on with Slingshot anyway?
I don't know, because it sounds like what Noodle's saying is that he's neglecting his dietary requirements.
He's riding around out in public, loaded down with all kinds of weaponry.
Well, yeah, but that's normal for him. But what are his dietary requirements like related to? It's not like, diabetes or something.
Oh, he's not careful. He's going to have a high A1C issue.
Yeah. I just didn't know because I feel like he's been kind of acting without honor a lot lately.
To realistically hunt a deer, you're going to need ideally a recurve bow with a lot of drawstring pull and a very sharp tipped arrow to go through the hide.
It depends.
And you also need to know where to best hit it for maximum kill.
That's the key right there. You have to know the anatomy.
Behind
There's
the
like
shoulder.
a video I seen of a guy. It's a real video. He killed some large bear with a blowgun.
Oh,
One
yeah.
shot. Yeah, one
How
shot.
close was it?
Probably about I don't know, pretty close.
I would say.
Like close enough that he could have spit on it, but he hit it right in the side, and the bear just kind of waddled off, and then 10 seconds later, its head went out of his mouth, and it died.
Yeah. The thing
That's
is
a
another
real
thing
man
too is
take down a bear with a blowgun.
if you injure a deer, it's still quite able to move. You're definitely in danger of getting mauled.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If it would have hurt that bear, he would have been in trouble. I think it's to the bear because he shot basically he shot a nail.
Well,
into
we're
the
talking
heart
about
of
deer,
the,
not bear. So a bear, we definitely have to be careful. Make sure you get a perfect shot. Otherwise,
Yeah.
but a deer is still a pretty powerful animal too.
A lot of hit points on deer.
Yeah.
So hunting pedophile, doing some of that. Like Chris Hansen, you know?
Yeah. Would you ever try hunting? No, I'm not really into hunting things.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you're still going to go foraging, you still better know what's safe to eat and what's not. Because, yeah, that's true.
See, is he wanting to live for the land again? Is this his thing now? He's going back to caveman time.
I don't know.
Is he going back to caveman times, or is this something that he's just rambling about?
Yeah. She's going back to caveman times. You're talking about Slingshot Warriors family.
Yeah, no. It sounds like that if he's wanting to live off of the land and start hunting food, it's kind of like going into caveman times.
I don't think he's going to be successful doing any hunting at all. He doesn't have the talents. He doesn't have the skill. He doesn't have the stamina. He doesn't have the responsibility.
That's really the key, is the work. Hunting's a lot of work. Well, he kind of like shies away from work.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like Slingshot used to be so honorable and so fair and just, and it's just kind of like he's different now. You know, I don't know what happened to him. He's sort of just in a slump.
You know, the only job that would probably work out for Justin is a paper pusher in an office.
What does a paper pusher do?
Like bureaucratic bullshit. That's what they do.
Oh, I think he'd be terrible at that. That requires a lot of professional skills, and you know, I just don't think that would be a good fit for him.
I don't really know what's fit for him, honestly.
I mean, I think that he would be good as like a slingshot creator or something like in the slingshot industry, perhaps. You know, I don't think that he could lead that, but maybe one of these groups that he, goes with could perhaps give him a spot. You know, they could have him be a teacher, a seller of some kind. I don't know. But he seems knowledgeable enough he could be involved in like the sales aspect or something.
There's just something about the whole setup with him that just kind of really worries me because I think he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know jack shit about anything he needs to do in life. He has.
Yeah.
That's what bugs me, is that he's, he just doesn't know that he sits there and talks up a great game, but does he understand that the great game he's talking up doesn't really exist the way he sees it?
I mean, if you could give him one piece of advice, what would it be?
Stop being a pompous asshat. That's what a piece of advice that Lumi and Finisher tells Justin. You gotta look at the real world around you, boy. You can't live like you're living in a fantasy land.
So when he starts feeling like he's gonna, go back to fantasy land, what is something he should tell himself to stop that?
I can't tell him anything to tell himself to stop it. He's just gonna have to look at the realities, look at the ones and zeros, the facts. There's some people you just can't help because they don't want help. They sit there and they make excuses.
Yeah. Time and tide waits for no man.
Yeah. Also, you can eat contents of a deer's stomach. Oh, I'm sure you could, but the truth of the matter is, I don't think Justin would be ready to even slaughter a deer at all. I think the minute he gets blood on him, he's gonna scream.
Really?
But what do you think the weapons you're using do?
I don't think he would have a problem with getting blood on him. I think that he would end up butchering the animal and having very little usable meat. You know, he just sort of like hack it and not really dissect it.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, rendering meat is not a simple process. You know, you got once you get it slaughtered, you got to skin it. You got to get the skin off. You got to get the meat off. You got to immediately preserve the meat. You got to put it in salt, brine, or some kind of a pickling solution so it doesn't spoil. You got to dry it somewhere. Ideally, smoke it. He has no place to do any of that. So what is he going to do? Well, it's a nice trophy, but you know, oh well. I'm just going to let it rot here. No one knew. You know,
Probably,
that's exactly
unfortunately, for that animal. Yeah, he would get the kill, but then just leave it. But I will say this though: a carrion provides a treat for native animals, though, in the area. Even though it is a corpse, and you shouldn't do that in mass. But you know, if you're some hungry animal and you find yourself a dead deer, you know, you think this is a buffet,
right? Well, I mean, the thing is, what Noodles is afraid of is his eating habits are atrocious. Walking around with bags of armaments.
Oh yes, bags of armaments now.
Backpacks of slingshots and pellet guns and stuff he's carrying, and airsoft stuff.
Wait, why is he doing all that?
I don't know.
Going to war?
I wish I knew why.
I mean, I could understand if you had like one on him, you know, but having a whole bag, that kind of screams school shooter.
He doesn't have any honesty. He just has no common sense of the realities of what he's doing to himself or to people that try to help him.
I've noticed that. That's what I mean. I really am worried about him too. And like, you know, it just seems like he's lost his sense of honor, his sense of like, I don't want to say loyalty, but he's kind of like trying to change from something that he actually is.
He's trying to change to something that he cannot be.
Oh yeah, the knives.
He wants to become like, I think, the next Grizzly Adams. Good luck. You don't even have any experience. No training.
That's a lot of work, though, being Grizzly Adams. And like I say, he doesn't really strike me as a, you know, like he kind of shies away from work.
Yeah.
You know.
Unfortunately, it comes down when the rubber hits the road, he's going to be one of those that's going to be between the tire and the asphalt. Because the truth of the matter is, people like him will be the first ones to die off. And Michelle might be the second one to die after she runs him over.
Oh, wow.
Runs him over.
Now you're threatening Slingshot Warrior? The guy's already
I'm not threatening him. It's an idiom. It's a metaphor, but you get the idea. The point is that can you see Michelle driving the truck? And the poor schmuck standing out there going, please help me, crutch. No, sorry I helped you. Your problems are solved, buddy.
I mean, wouldn't you be afraid
until you smash into the tree? Bash.
Like, wouldn't you be afraid if you're coming towards him and shoot a slingshot through the window or throw a battle axe at you?
I don't know if he'd throw a battle axe. I don't think he does much axe throwing.
Oh. Yet. That's going to be the next thing. He'll master axe throwing. I just think he can find a job as like an instructor.
I can't throw an axe at all. I tried.
Assistant, some kind. Yeah, but you can just freeze someone and get them to die from, you know,
hypothermia,
cold exposure. Yeah.
I don't know if that would work either, but
it'll take some time, but you know.
If I carried a couple gallons of liquid nitrogen, I probably could free somebody. Yeah, right. That's not what he.
I don't know on that. Yeah, I mean, if you submerge in it, but like I've had that stuff spray on me like pretty regularly. We use it to keep the one of the crystals for gamma spectroscopy at cryo level. Germanium crystal. Basically, it's like when a photon hits it, it'll release a secondary particle photon that you can measure the energy.
All I know is that what Noodles is mentioning it is that he's got people that are trying to work with him, but he's got a problem. He's making excuses not to actually get the help he wants. Notice I said that's
Noodles
the key.
has some problems too, though. In fairness, Noodles has a real problem with women. And it's like, I feel bad for him, but at the same time, it's like he kind of is doing this to himself at this point.
What does Noodles' problems with women got to deal with Justin's problems?
Well, because I thought we were both talking about problems.
Oh, okay. So right now the problem is Noodles is saying if I have to jump all the way down to where Justin lives and try to straighten his ass out, let's be honest, Noodles, it'd be wasting your time.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. If someone like
Justin, how you doing?
He needs like a community structured environment or something that's gonna, you know what I mean?
Right.
Well, he needs a routine. He really needs a routine.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I think for Justin, it's not going to be one that's being sponsored by women either. It has to be done by a man.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, you know.
The reason is that, one, he is really not the kind of person that listens to women anyway. Because he never really saw women as equal. But if he was a man...
No, they're not. I mean, women are not equal to men. And I don't think it's fair to even compare the two. That's like comparing a goldfish's ability to climb a tree to a monkey's ability to swim underwater. It's not, it's like false comparisons.
Speaking of monkeys, did you hear about the monkeys in Uganda that have been fighting now for about 5 years and a little?
Oh yeah, that's been going on. I heard since the 1950s or 60s is when they started talking about it. But it's probably always been like that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, the same thing with packs of dogs. Yeah.
Well, I haven't heard too much about the dogs, but I do know that the monkeys have been fighting since they had a separation between two leaders, kind of became enemies, and now they're fighting over something. I don't know what they're fighting over, though. I don't get it, but we just found out about this a couple days ago.
Female monkeys, probably.
Oh, yeah, well, female monkeys, too, are getting killed in the process, too. So, territory is definitely an issue. Well, here's what the anthropologists are starting to wonder is, for human beings, which we descended from apes, is war actually a primal thing that goes back into our history? And I'm going to say with a straight face, yeah, it does.
Define war, though. Define war.
Now, define war? What is it usually over? Territory? Breeding rights?
That could be like a conflict, though. Like if you have a conflict with another person over something and, you say, this is my water, and they say, no, it's theirs. Dispute, maybe.
All right, so what's the difference between a conflict and a war? War is larger groups, usually a longer period of time.
And I think wars typically have like, there's more formality. Like a conflict is just kind of like a fight or whatever, but a war has like more formalities,
right?
Like designated belligerents and whatnot.
So for the animal behaviorists, calling this a civil war implies, as they can see, is that it's not just a chimp against a chimp; it is a group of chimps against other chimps in the same sanctuary.
Are they putting this on live stream though?
Yeah.
So I think that they could make a lot of money.
We did cover it a couple nights ago on the night
Did
show.
you have a live stream of it though?
We covered a little bit about the war in Uganda with the chimps. Yeah, we talked about it in the Discord last night, actually.
They should start putting GoPros on the chimps for first person, like battle perspective, and then have a bunch of tree cameras all over the place. And
Well, because this is in the sanctuary, it's pretty easy for the sanctuary staff to do that.
okay, so they what's they're live streaming it then? Are they?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they put the live stream on the internet, but
Interesting that would be. They'd be like watching Circus Maximus for chimps.
yeah. Well, wonder how long it's gonna be before chimps learn how to use human weapons.
How long until they start like making weapons? I wonder.
That's a good question. They are tool users, but they're not that fancy tools yet.
The spear though is pretty not too far off from where they're at.
Yeah, they're pretty much ahead of the game.
So a spear fight against Justin, a chimpanzee, a slingshot warrior.
Well, I think it would be interesting what the chimpanzees, male chimpanzees, could teach Slingshot Warrior.
Oh,
Maybe they would teach
they,
him.
They would teach him.
I wonder if they teach him how to be responsible for once. Good one. You do what I tell you, human, or I rip your face off. Okay, whatever you say. Rip. Can I have my face back? I told you, you listen to me. Okay. Let me slap my face back on. Slap, slap. All right, what do you want? Number one. You see the girl there? She's an eat. You can tell. She got her back straight up in the air. You know what to do. That's the wrong species. Okay, well, there's a human woman doing the same thing. Do it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow, so you think that Slingshot Warrior would dig out a chimp?
I don't know if it was a human woman and she was training him out to be a perfect, what if perfect of their species. And he says to him, see what the female chimp's doing? Yeah, there's a human woman doing it. Now do it yourself to the human woman. Shit. All of a sudden she yells, rape! All of a sudden he's like, I don't think that was a bad idea, Butterfingers. Well, at least, we don't have that term of rape in our culture. No, we do. So, unfortunately, yeah. It's true, though. But I don't think that would be a good thing either. See, the thing is, I don't know really how they can train. Yeah, I know they have.
I mean, are you saying that you think Slingshot Warrior would be digging out a girl chimp? Or he would, get up in them grots?
Slingshot Warrior is so anti-woman, I don't think he would do good on a girl channel. I don't think he has. I think he sees women as plutonium.
Oh, wow.
Trust me, he does not see women in a very good light.
So even a girl chimp wouldn't want to fuck him. Wow.
It's so sad to see because, I mean, he's, I'm just playing around with a tuft of Rusty's hair from his. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Like a little souvenir of that.
No, let's go get the garbage can. I gotta brush him down. I'm just saying is it's just really weird to listen to some of Justin's attitude. Is like he can't make it out there in the real world. He doesn't have any understanding.
Yeah. That's the problem is he's a little bit sheltered, I think, but he's very ambitious. That's a dangerous combination to have sometimes.
The problem is he's ambitious. The problem is when it comes to doing the work to get his ambition, he's not doing it.
Oh yeah, he's afraid of work 100%. I'm not saying that to be mean
I mean,
or anything.
he's worse than Maynard from Many Loves Adobe Gillis. He doesn't want to do anything. He's like, work? Me? Work? No. Oh, well, in that case, you're going to go hungry. Especially eventually, if there ever is a situation the government closes down the program you're in and you have no place to go. What are you going to do then? What kind of marketable skill do you got?
At least he could, but then he could hunt. He could get like deer and stuff, though, if that ever happened.
He thinks, but does he know how to really do it?
But he's slingshot warrior. I mean, he could get like deer and probably fish and everything.
But he doesn't know how to dress and clean them, so then he's going to be stuck with rotten meat.
You would eat rotten meat. What makes you think Slingshot Warrior wouldn't eat rotten meat?
He doesn't know he wouldn't know how to prepare the meat for...
Oh, he knows how to eat rotten meat, Michelle. I've seen him do it before. He made beef and peppers one time. It was really disgusting looking.
Yeah, did he kill the cow first?
I don't even know if that was originally bovine. I think it was like made in a lab or something. But it was rotten either way.
Yeah, well, either way, he has no skill set. What he has for skill set is not going to help him, or if he was in a community of other people, they depend on him to do the hunting, they'd be all starved to death because he doesn't want to do the hunting. He doesn't want to do the work. If he doesn't want to do the work to feed the community is going to hang him on a tree. And maybe skin him for dinner.
Listen, you think it's Krista? Or not Krista? Well, yeah. Do you think it's Krista, a slingshot warrior, a Tina?
How does
Krista get the laziest person?
How does Krista tie into this?
Well, I started to say Krista, and then I didn't mean to say Krista. I meant to say Tina.
Yeah.
The slingshot warrior, but I accidentally said Krista, so I'm just including it anyways, Well,
right now the point is that for community, he's useless.
Oh, you're saying the slingshot warrior is useless?
At this point, slingshot warrior has no training, no marketable skills that he needs to survive, no marketable skills that his survival community needs. What can he offer them?
There's a term for those people. They're called NEETs, spelled NEET. It stands for not in employment, education, or training.
Okay. Right. So he can probably train someone else how to use a slingshot. And he can train someone else how to use a compound bow or a recurve bow. But unfortunately...
possible. I don't know if he should set that kind of thing up, but I'll definitely think if there's an outfit out there he could get with that has that set up and he can assist or something, yeah.
Well, right now, to my knowledge, I don't think any survival community would be able to use his help.
Why?
Yeah, really. For example, at least Michelle has something that she can market to a survival community. She knows wiring. She knows electrical. She knows how to make things work.
And he has snow power, too. I mean...
Yeah. As long as I got a couple of tools in my hand, I can make things work.
Do you think that you could protect, against, an alien invasion?
No. What I can do is I can keep the lights on. That's I could do. In a community, depending on the situation, that could be a very important thing. That's
Could
true.
you make a bomb? Could you do bomb making, maybe?
Oh, I'm so opposed Michelle can make a bomb, pretty much. But I don't think Michelle needs to make a bomb.
You'd be probably pretty good at that, actually, with your electric skills.
Yeah. Well, did you see the video Michelle did showing her solar setup yesterday?
I've seen the thumbnail. I haven't watched it yet.
It's not
Yeah,
bad.
I was going to ask where all those cells set up, those panels set up.
Panels are in the window. I'll show you where they
That's
are.
why, Michelle. That's why, right there. That window, you're losing so much energy through that.
Actually, right now, the biggest problem with the window is because it's not aimed in the right position.
No, but that window though cuts down on some of the particles that the cell would be able to make energy with.
Right now,
and it's going at an angle, so it's going through thick glass at that point.
2 panes of thick 1/8-inch glass panes. So
oh fuck yeah!
I don't know how many lumens. I don't know how many lumens of light we're losing, but I got a feeling it's.
Well, it's partly the lumens, the intensity, but the other part is the direct sunlight versus indirect sunlight type of a deal.
Well, right now the problem
and even
is
if the sun is above and straight shot.
Don't forget the problem is that the sun only comes in that window from about 1 until about 7 in the summer. And the problem is that the angle is higher in the summertime than in winter. So what it means is that...
Can't you put them out on the porch, though? Put them outside, at least.
That wouldn't work outside on the porch because our porch faces north.
I thought, wait, where they're at now, can you just open that window even and put them out, like closer to where the window is?
They are right on top of the window.
Oh.
So
that's probably because when you said you made 2 watts, I think 2 watt hours, that's like
2 hours yesterday, but we had it set
really low.
We had it set for the panels wired in parallel. Today we wired them in series so the panel voltage is higher, so the MPPT controller should be able to make better use of it.
You wired your batteries in series?
Yes, I only have a battery. I got 112 volt lithium iron phosphate, 100 amp hour.
Okay. That's what is it called? Deep Cycle or something?
Yeah, it's brand new, Deep Cycle. Paid $149 for it. Brand new.
Yeah, they're expensive, but those are really, really durable.
Yeah, they are. This one had a very good review too. And unlike, say, AGM lead acids, I
think you can recharge those, can't you?
Yeah.
Like as far as like the chemical.
You recharge them using a charger right at 14.8 volts.
Well, I meant like, don't they have a thing that you could take off and add more acids to them or something?
No, that's a flooded lead acid battery.
Okay.
The lithium ion phosphates are sealed, so you don't have to change.
Oh, you got a lithium ion phosphate deep cycle? That's kind of weird. Holy shit! No wonder you paid so much.
100 amp hours.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm used to them being like, lead acid.
Well, flooded lead acids are the ones you got to do with the water levels in the pH.
That's after long years and years and years and years.
Well, after it turns out, once lithium iron phosphate came down in price enough, people stopped using lead acid and went to lithium iron phosphate because it gave more energy. See, like 100 amp hour lead acid batteries only good down to about 50 amp hours. You go any lower than that, you're going to sulfate the plates. So
isn't it now the carbon lithium batteries are like the big to do or something?
Well, I got the instruction book for the panel here, or for the batteries here, but basically, the nice thing about these is they're maintenance free.
That's not true.
They got a built-in BMS in the battery.
There's no way that you might not need to condition them or whatever, but there's no way that's truly maintenance free.
Yeah, well, the system takes care of conditioning, so this is the manual for
on that part, but it's just like auto condition or whatever, but you're still going to have to take care of your terminal connections and...
And
It's dust free and all that shit.
see, this is what they look like inside. They look like lead acid, but they're not. They don't have vent caps, see?
Okay.
It just plugs into the battery. But what I wanted to check is the minimum recommended battery state of charge, because I was trying to figure it out for sitting on my charge controller. So let's see. Voltage, minimum state of voltage. Standard minimum continuous charging. Okay. 12 amp hour, 20 amps, 100 amps. Charge voltage is 14.6. So I really should bring that down to 14.6. Okay.
Wow.
So overvolt discharge protection says you can go down to 9.2 volts. All right, so I gotta make some adjustments on the setup. So 9.2 and 14.6. So that's what I got changed in the settings. Because right now I got it set for 11.2 based on
It's only
lead
just
acid, which
the
means
minimum potential of the battery before it goes to a resistance of infinity, because it's what ends up happening is that the resistance through the battery.
The low voltage cutoff shuts off at about if you go below 19.2 or 9.2 volts, it turns it off at the BMS. If you go above 14.8, it turns it off at the BMS. So I recommend that the settings should be set for 14.6, not 14.8. So I need to change both.
Why would you change both?
Because when I programmed it yesterday, I set the wrong numbers in both parameters.
I didn't know if you wanted to have like a threshold and then a redundancy that's like, so they're not both trying to competingly kick off at the same time. Like maybe make it a 1/10 of a volt less or something like that.
Well, like I said, I think Michelle can get this figured out. Just gotta make some slight changes, settings on out.
Because if they're the same, that might be hard on both of those systems when they kick off, you know. Where if you have one that's at like 14 and another one that's at 13.9, so the two separate ones, they're not going to kick off at the same time.
Right now, there's only one battery. The charge controller is set right now to 14.8.
Yes.
And they're saying it should be set to 14.6. So Michelle has to take it down 0.2 of a volt. For the inverter section, the disconnect originally was set at 10 volts, which would be fine. But she kept thinking it was the same level as lead acid as 11.5. So she needs to change that to 10 volt setting in the controller again. So that's what she's got to do. And restart circuit voltage probably should be, Michelle, I set for about 14 volts. So that the battery has to be up to 14 volts before it switches back to the inverter. Okay, that would make sense.
Bill, is there a way for you to set those panels up on the porch and chain them to something with a lock so you could just leave them run during the light hours and, you know, take them in when it's not
Well, basically, you only have one set of charge parameters you can set at one time, but
I mean, why don't you try doing that so you could like fill them up during the daylight? And
well, that's normally what we've done, right? Is like if you set it for
if you're pulling 2 watt hours, you're never going to fill it up like that.
I know we got to figure out the settings on that.
Well, no, that's from your
Keep those numbers in your head, Lum. I got it, Michelle. I remember them. Oh wait, we'll figure this out. So that's important.
I bet if you set up in direct sunlight on a bright, clear day, you would probably get that in like 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, well, at 200 watts a panel for the 2 panels.
Oh my God, Michelle, that's 1/100th of your efficiency.
I know. Don't forget you
that's
also
crazy.
Don't forget you're also fighting against the window, too.
You got to get those things out in the sun. I'm telling you. I know it's just glass.
We know. But the point is that Michelle realizes that she lives in an apartment, she's trying to show Sep that is doable in an apartment situation, knowing the efficiencies are going to drop to the rock. Even if it were outside in Connecticut,
That's
you're only
not-
going to get maximum solar panel efficiency of 70%. 70.
But you,
That
I
means
know, but you're getting
that
you're
a
getting
100-watt
1%,
panel is only
though.
going to give you maximum of 70 watts.
And wait a minute, how many hours did it take you to get those 2 watt hours?
About 5 hours.
5 hours? Oh my God! So it's even worse than a single percent.
Right. Well, we're going to figure that out. That's what we're going to work on.
Yeah, that would be what point? That would be 2 pins.
Well, right now, I'll tell you what, Brian, it's
1/5.
already 5:08. Michelle and I got to start dinner, and Michelle also wants to tweak those numbers on the charge controller, too, before we start dinner. So it's time for us to get ready to wrap it up for now.
All right.
All right, we're going to have, what do we have tonight? Pizza.
All right. Later.
Pizza. Yeah. Lovely. Pizza. Well, it has been a while. Yes, it has been. All right, so let's get this show set up here because we do got to get ready for the Silver Moon tonight. And I know Michelle wants to tweak the settings before she forgets. 10 volts? Yeah. And you're going to let you go down to 9.8. Let's have to set for 10. Well, eventually I didn't even know what voltage to set the panel at because I had no clue. Yeah. Now I do. Yeah. All right, so let's get the blessings in here, guys. Make sure I'm on the right screen. Thank you. May all you guys have a happy and safe day. May your days be bright. May your batteries be charged. May your futures be strong. May you learn new things. And may you always be respected. All days that you're here on the earth. All day long. That's cute. That's kind of weird. Thanks. May you all remember that we care about you. And we want you to be safe. We want you to do well. We understand we don't know everything. We'll keep learning. That's the important thing. Keep your mind open to grow your mind and your skill set. The service is over. It's time to go. Peace, kind, and love. And don't forget the party on, dude. And everybody, we'll see you on Silver Moon tonight at 7 o'clock. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Lumi shines with a spark so bright, chasing dreams through the endless night. With a heart full of wonder and a mind so free, she's here to share her world. Come and see. It's Lumi's time. The story's hers to tell. Through the highs and lows, she does it so well. Come along, take the ride, feel the glow. Lumi's channels here, let the magic flow. From the stars to the sea, there's so much to find. A journey awaits with every step of the mind. Creativity flowing, she's ready to explore. Every moment's a chance to open a door. It's Lumi's time. The story's hers to tell. Through the highs and lows, she does it so well. Come along, take the ride, feel the glow. Lumi's channels here, let the magic flow. The adventure's just begun, so stay close and near. Lumi's tell through the highs and lows. She does it so well. Come along, take the ride, feel the glow. Lumi's channels here, let the magic flow. Let the magic flow. The adventure's just begun, so stay close and near. Lumi's here to light up the way, crystal clear.